good morning, it's Sunday, and I'm outside because it is Sunday, and I've been mindful and respectful that my family might want to sleep in on a Sunday. And because I'm not a terribly good sleeper-inner, I'm outside. So today is a little bit of information about B-Suite. So I'm going to tell you some stuff about what's happening there. And it's also a recap for the week. So, B-Suite, besuite.co.nz. That actual website, that entity wasn't going to launch until the end of this year, beginning of next, to be fair. I wanted to develop the programs, or get the programs developed, and they were all live programs. What's happened obviously with the pandemic and with us all being in isolation, it's given me an opportunity to rethink, and both me and my business partner sort of went back to the drawing board and said, hey, let's get this website looking in a place where it can, one, support me having one-on-ones with people, and also let's get the website in a position where it can also support where it can support some online learning. So that's where we're at with it. And this week, what you'll see up there is 3 courses will end up on there. There's 2 at the moment. One is a digital course, and I do encourage you to go and do that because it's just free. And you can just move through it in your own time. Number 2 is a course called Think Guide, and it's actually been created by a young man by the name of Jack Newsom. Now, this boy is phenomenal. And I'm going to post a story that he wrote, his perspective of being in France when the pandemic hit. Very interesting, and it basically exposes the reasons why he decided to come home and be with his family and not stay in France during this thing, despite the fact that he's the kind of inquisitive mind that would be excited about the thought of being at the epicenter of a pandemic. So, incredible human being. So his guide is on our B-Suite platform at the moment. You can buy that for $25. The ideal people who I think will benefit from it are university students who are looking to get more out of their study, particularly now that you're at home and you might need a bit more support in that space. Number 2 is high school students, and number 3 is parents. Because I guarantee there's a whole bunch of parents out there thinking, how the hell am I going to keep my kid motivated during this period where it's all online? So there's some really cool information. Again, it's only $25, so we've kept the price really reasonable, with the majority of that money going back to Jack himself. He is only a 22-year-old young man, incredible dude. I'm going to talk a lot about him over the next month, and his profile will be going up on our page. Now, the thing about the B-Suite online content is it doesn't have to be mine. Okay, it doesn't have to be ours in terms of we don't own that content. We're just giving a platform for people who'd like to put their stuff up and who'd like to get a bit of exposure to it. So if you're interested, please private message me if you've got some content. It will need to go through our process in terms of our editing process to make sure that it's okay. But essentially, if you have a product that you'd like to get online, then just PM me and we can sort that one out for you. So that's that part. That's the information for today. What I want to do now is recap the week and some of the tips that we have been going through. So Monday was gratitude, and I gave some ways in which you can bring that to life, and I hope that was helpful. I got lots of people telling me that they enjoyed that one. Tuesday was tips to de-stress, and tips to de-stress was the 4 tips. I did offer 5. So 4 tips to de-stress, and please use them, from as simple as breathing properly and being aware of your breath and remembering it's the out breath that actually carries the stress out. Number 3 was Wednesday was set an intention and be kind. Now this one was, I got lots of response from this one. And thank you so much to everyone for responding. It's awesome. It's lovely to get feedback in this space. And what I wanted to say there is it was the be kind part, I think, that really resonated with people, because we've all been on this sort of roller coaster of emotions, and then we're trying to figure out our life, you know. I've been trying to redirect a whole business to online, and I've been very busy in that space, plus, you know, having conversations with lots of people, which I've loved. That's actually filled me. Thursday was emotions versus feelings. Really interesting stuff. And I guess the reason why it's interesting is because we know all this stuff is going on. We can feel it. We like, what the hell? Why am I so confused right now? But to get some understanding on the relationship between the two and how they work is a really powerful space to stand in. 5 was, what lens are you using? So on Friday we talked about what lens, and is that lens serving you? And we talked about how you can, changing the lens can often change the way you view things. And again, lots of good response from that one as well. I think yesterday probably lots of people enjoyed that one. I'm not sure if it was the most powerful message, but I think it was the funniest. Family meetings and a routine. Look, we haven't had the family meeting yet, and we will have the family meeting. It's just, it's just really hard to find time right now. No? Actually, the challenge that we have in our house is that everybody's sleeping routine is up the wop. So mine's still relatively the same. Obviously, my niece with her baby, her routine is relatively the same because the baby's working on their normal biorhythms. But both, the rest of the family is actually really, they're up at all times of the night and they're sleeping more during the day. And so it's actually not about finding time, it's finding the right time when everybody's in a good space. So I will definitely tell you though when it happens. It won't be going live though. Yeah, no. My family don't even like the fact that that I disclose as much as I do on the videos. I'm like, well, you don't have to watch it, and they don't. So that's a recap of the week. The one thing I did want to say to you guys, if there's anything in particular that you'd like me to talk about, then just please private message me, and I'll do some MIDI stuff and find out some information and bring you some insight. So I'm really open to that as well. I'm looking forward to next week. One thing I will leave you with is set some intentions for this coming week around how you want this week to roll. This is probably going to be one of it's going to be an interesting week because we would have done a lot of settling and we would have found some routines. So this week is going to be probably an opportunity for most of us to get into that sort of working, high performing mode. So there'll be high performing moments to be aware of. This is also the week where it could all go down a little bit and you can kind of go, oh, one day's just bled into the other sort of thing. So I'll be unpacking some of that stuff throughout this upcoming week. Love you all. Have a great Sunday and take care.